Good morning and welcome to Lakehead University's PQP Part 2. We'd like to acknowledge today that we are recording from the traditional territory of Animkey-Waju, which is Fort William First Nation, and that is the land that we currently live and work on right now. My name is Denise Baxter. I'm one of the instructors for the PQP course.
And my name is Christy Radborn, and I'm one of the instructors for the PQP course as well.
So for those of you who are new to us, we'd like to say welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. For those of you who don't know who we are, I'm Denise Baxter. I'm obviously one of the instructors. I have been currently working in administration for the last 12 years, 11 of those as a principal, and 3 of those years as a student achievement officer with the Ministry of Education. My professional work world has existed in First Nations elementary schools, First Nations private secondary schools, and elementary schools, and currently in adult education with the Lakehead District School Board Adult and Continuing Education Department for the school board. I've got my master's degree from OISE about a decade ago and currently working on coursework for a PhD and really enjoying learning.
And I've been a principal with the Lakehead District School Board now this is my 5th year, and I was previously a vice principal for 3 years with Lakehead. I am working on my doctorate with Lakehead University, Brock and Windsor in the joint PhD program right now. I did get my master's from LU as well. I have 2 children, 16 and 13, so they do keep me busy also. And I'm in a new school, so you may hear me on our discussion post talk quite a bit about what it's like to be a new leader in a new place, because it's a good transitional learning space. And I do absolutely love this job. We just talked a little bit about the workload of the job, and you will notice that the coursework emulates quite a bit of the same workload that we have, because there are many hours required that aren't on the clock, so to speak, or during the school day hours, but it is certainly a rewarding job, and the course will reward you the same if you put in the effort and the hours.
So a big part of the Part 2 course is actually sharing your learning from your practicum. So in Part 1, you were choosing a practicum, continuing, working on a practicum. Some of you just started this fall with your practicum. Some of you are just getting started now. So in Module 1.8, there is a Google Doc where we encourage you to please sign up for a practicum. Choose the area of best fit that's available. There's 4 practicums maximum per module. Given that there's only 6 modules in this course, the first module is 1 week, and then starting next Monday we'll be moving into 2 to 3 weeks per module as we move through the course. So be prepared to post and host a practicum discussion about your learning, your challenges, the regulations, the policies, the learning that's happened throughout your practicum, and resources that you've used. And certainly that's a really nice space for all of us to collectively learn together and learn from each other.
You will notice Module 1.9, and also in the news, the announcement that you'll see along with this video, there is a link for something called the EQI, that's the Emotional Quotient Intelligence Test. If you took PQP with LU Part 1, then you will have taken the EQI already. If you have taken it with another provider, the Emotional Quotient Inventory Test with another provider in the last 24 months, you are not required to do this. If, however, you have not taken it in the last 24 months and you did not take PQP1 with us, then we ask that you follow the link and the instructions. You will take a 20 to 40 minute test. You will make a payment for which you can receive reimbursement from the university for, and there's a form for getting your reimbursement right in the same module, 1.9. And once you're done with those pieces, you will receive a report of your leadership strengths and skills and leadership or emotional intelligence from Colleen Woods, our administrative assistant. So again, that EQI is only for people who have not taken that test within the last 24 months, but you will be using it within the course.
One of the other things that is a requirement for all Ontario College of Teachers AQ courses is the minimum of 125 hours. So Frank Samuels, one of our students, has kindly put together a Google Doc for us, so we'll put that in there. In it, we ask that you put down your date, number of hours you spent on your task, and then actually what you did. And at the very end, you should have a cumulative total that is a minimum of 125 hours. Can be more. When I was reading them in December, we had a lot of people that had 130, 140 hours. However, if you do not have a total of 125 hours, we cannot grant the credit. That is a requirement of the Ontario College of Teachers. So please ensure that you are putting the time in. For us, the time is the learning. We will be having modules, start dates and end dates. That doesn't mean you can't go back and add further things to them, but we do ask you to keep current with each of the modules and ensure that you're working with the group, because the group of, I believe, 18 to 20 in each of the Part 2 courses, the learning happens as we learn together. So we don't want you, at the end of the course going through and trying to rush through the entire course. It's important that we have that learning scaffolded and have our learning community actively engaged together during each of the modules. So on that note, we'd like to wish you well. We'll be in touch via email, video, and through our actual online postings with you. And this is the home stretch for all of you. For those of you who haven't yet completed a practicum from another institution, at the end of our course on March 24th, you'll have 3 months to submit your final practicum with all of the component pieces in there. So just keep that in mind. March, April, May, basically the last day of school for you is when we need your practicums turned into us. So we have a little bit of leeway there, a week or two. If it's like the first week of July, I'm okay with that. But really aim for having your practicum finished at the end of the school year and submitted to us. So there's several component pieces which are in the handbook that must be adhered to. And then we'll mark that, get you back your feedback, and get your credits sent to the university, and then it goes to the Ontario College of Teachers for your record card. So just kind of keep those dates in mind. And have a great Monday.
You too. Thank you.